Hey there, it's Leslie from Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and today I'm making some simple beach cookies, no flooding required. So I have my icing in a piping bag here, but you could just spoon it on or wipe it on with a knife because that's what I'm going to do. I'm just putting some icing down, and then I'm going to take an offset spatula and I'm just going to kind of spread it around in a side-to-side fashion so that it's kind of bumpy, kind of textured, and sort of resembles waves crashing on the beach. And once I get enough icing on this entire half of the cookie, I'm just going to let it dry for a little while because I want to put some um, cookie crumb sprinkles on the sand so it looks more sand-like. So I let the blue icing dry, and I'm going to come back now and do the same thing with the brown icing. And then I'm going to sprinkle some cookie crumbs that I had saved from when I had shaved another cookie down a while back to make the edges straight. And I just keep my cookie crumbs in the freezer until I need them. So I spread on the brown icing, and now I'm just going to sprinkle it liberally with cookie crumbs and then brush off the excess. And I'm going to set it back aside to dry so that the blue icing will stick to the cookie crumbs here at the edge. I want the edge of the water to be over the top of the sand, so maybe I should have done the sand first and the blue second, but this is how I did it. And then I'm going to take some white icing and a dampened paintbrush and move the icing up, just grabbing a bit of it so that it leaves a little bit of a line, but then pulls it up and feathers it out into the water. And these are my waves crashing on the beach. And I'm just going to continue to add lines of icing until I have my waves looking the way I want them to. My white royal icing is a stiffer flood consistency, maybe a 15 to 20 second icing, and my paintbrush is just barely dampened, and I'm just grabbing a little bit of it and pulling it up, leaving most of the line behind. So I did waves all along the sand, and now I'm going to add a few waves out in the ocean. So just add some white lines of royal icing wherever you feel a wave should be, and grab a little bit of that line with your dampened paintbrush and pull it up into the cookie. If the icing starts to stick to your paintbrush rather than the cookie, get your paintbrush wet again and wipe off most of the water and continue on. And I also decided to add some waves crashing out into the sand. And this cookie is actually going to end up being the background for a royal icing transfer, and you'll see that in a video later on. And once I was done adding waves, I wanted to make the top part of the cookie a little bit darker, so I used some edible glycerin and some gel food color and mixed them together to make a darker blue color. And I'm just going to paint the top part of the cookie with that dark blue so that the ocean looks darker on the horizon. And the reason why I like to mix it with the vegetable glycerin is because it allows me to feather it out. It doesn't dry as fast, so it has more workable time. And I can feather the color out into the cookie so it gets lighter as I pull it down into the cookie than it is on the edge. When you mix the food gels with vodka or some other alcohol, you don't have very much time that you can work with it before it dries, and I like to fuss with it quite a bit. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned to see what royal icing transfer I put on this cookie. See you later.